If you are a CCR fan, then I have a great song here, Proud Mary, that we're gonna go over. Doesn't have a ton of chords. We've got an A chord, we've got a C chord, we've got a D chord, we have a B minor chord, so that's a bar chord, as well as an F bar chord. So let's put this a little bit more into the intermediate realm. Not an absolute beginner song, but don't worry if you are a beginner. I have a full playlist of CCR songs. You guys can go over there and find one that is the beginner level. But if you're interested in learning this song, let's get right into it. So the first thing we're gonna dive into is the intro for this song. There's a lot of movement, but we're gonna break it down step by step because that's what I do on this channel. Make the guitar make sense, we'll break things down, make it easier. Let me play through it first so that you guys know what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna talk about how we play it. All right, so a lot of strumming, a lot of chords on this intro. Fortunately, this song, it's not like the Ike and Tina Turner version where it like goes really fast towards the end. Nice, even kiltered pace on this one. So let's take a look at this intro. So we do have a lot of chords. So we're starting on a C chord, and we're gonna break this up into 4 measures. This is gonna be a 4-measure strumming pattern, and we're gonna do it all as eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, we're gonna keep it simple that way. So the first measure, let's just play a C chord. The strumming pattern is 1 and 2 and 4 and. Okay, so down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. That's the first 2 measures, okay? 1 and 2 and 4 and. What's happening is we are changing to an A chord on an up strum, okay? So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and again, down, up, down, up. Okay, so that's the tricky part. But once you do that, you just repeat it twice, and that's your first 2 measures. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let me play it without me talking over it. Okay, so that's our first 2 measures, C and A, 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and even if you're not a great singer, I find if you sing these rhythms, you can then apply it to the guitar much easier. All right, so our last 2 measures, we have a lot more chord movement. We're going back to that C chord, and it starts the same, 1 and 2 and, okay? But then we have 2 ups. Okay, so it's down, up, 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 okay? Down, up, up. So the count is 1 and 2 and it's gonna be C, down, up, down. The first up is A, the second up is G, the fourth up is the F. Okay, and if you wanna play F major 7, you can. It doesn't really sound like the song. You can though if you need to, but that real F chord is really what we want. So we've got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 up. All right, so if I put the first 3 measures together, this is what we got. Okay, now we jump into that last measure. We're going to stay on the F. Lots of ups. We're not doing a down on the 1. It's going to be and then we got 3, 4 on D. So 2 downs on D. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So you got to change really fast and on 2 and then right onto that D, 3, 4. All right, so I'm going to take it from the beginning all the way through very, very slowly. Okay, so we got 1, 2, ready, am. Okay, hear that? So we got a little bit faster. And then finally, a little bit more full speed. 1, 2, ready, am. So if you need to pause the video and go back and rewind and play that as many times as possible, feel free to do that. But if you're ready to move on to the next cool strumming pattern we're going to use throughout this song, let's get into it. So this strumming pattern is really cool. I'm going to show you how to get a little bit percussive because I think it adds an extra oomph to the song, especially if you're playing by yourself on an acoustic guitar. So the great thing about this verse, a lot of D. I just counted. We have 8 measures of D, 2 measures of A, 2 measures of B minor, followed by 4 measures of D, and then it just repeats that for all the verses. So I'm going to show you the strumming pattern we're going to use over this, and it's going to sound like this. Pretty cool. Now, you don't have to add in this percussive element if you don't want to. I'll show you both ways, and you can pick whichever version you want. Without the percussive element, it's going to sound like this. Again, as a solo acoustic guitar person, I think it sounds really cool with that percussive element. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. So the strumming pattern on the D is going to be down, up, down, up, up. Okay, 1 and 3 and. And what I'm doing on 2 and 4 is I'm going to hit my guitar. It's going to mute the strings. I'm almost doing like a little karate chop. Now, if you just hit the strings, it's going to be this little like tappy sound, and that's fine too. Sometimes you'll hear me. I will really karate chop the guitar, and what's happening is kind of my pinky finger is hitting the hollow body of the guitar, and it gives it almost like this snare drum kind of feel. So listen, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so we got this percussive element that's coming in. So it's going to be down, up, chop, up, down, up, chop, up, down, up, chop. So once you go through the strumming pattern once, it just becomes up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing throughout the verses of this song. So let me play through a verse here to demonstrate for you guys what this is going to sound like. All right, I'll take it from our intro. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Working for the man every night and day, and I never lost 1 minute of sleep, worrying about the things that might have been. Big wheels keep on turning, proud baby keep on burning, rolling, rolling, rolling on a river. Now you guys didn't see it off screen. I kind of jumped into the Ike and Tina version. I like started flying right into it. So if you guys do want to spice this up like Ike and Tina, you can either just pick up the speed of that strumming fast. If you come down to the river, bet you're gonna find some people in live. Don't you worry, cause you got no money. People on the river are happy to give. Big waves keep on turning, proud baby keep on burning, rolling, 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 rolling. So if you want to play, you know, the Ike and Tina Turner version, whichever one is your preference, it's just a speed difference there. So you can use the same strumming pattern. It's just you're going to pick up the speed if you want to transition to the Ike and Tina version. Now, if you guys are huge CCR fans, I have an entire playlist right over there of CCR songs. See if your favorite song's listed over there. If not, leave me a comment below and maybe I'll do your CCR song next.